All right, Topher, thanks for meeting with me today.
Thank you for coming in.
Yeah, if you could just briefly introduce yourself for us and kind of just a summary of your experience, content areas.
Okay, my name is Topher Hansen. I've been here at Fremont School starting in 2001. It's my second career. I was a North American tour guide. That's my background. And my daily procedures, that was the next thing?
Yeah.
Daily procedures.
Routines,
yeah.
classroom expectations.
Come in, and the expectation is there's a journal, there's warm up every day. And kids come in, they get the journal, they read the journal question on the board, and then they answer that while I'm taking attendance. That's kind of classroom management thing. So they start on it. It's normally like a preview or a review of something. Today's was, because we're doing the first global age, how did the fall of Constantinople to Muslims benefit ultimately European Christians? And so they had to put some things together and say, okay, the Europeans couldn't trade this way, so they had to go to the sea. By going to the sea, they found the Americas, blah, blah, blah. So that warm up. They do warm up. While they're doing warm up, you take attendance, make sure everybody's here. We come back after the attendance is done. And then I do cards. I have cold cards. I have a crew card for all the kids. I call my crew. And I pull a crew card, and then that person answers the question best they can. I call in other kids to help, and we kind of get a live thing. And they get 2 points for that journal entry per day, 2 complete sentences. It's not really right or wrong. It's whether they completed the thing or not. All it is trying to get them to thinking about the topic while I'm getting the attendance done. So then we discuss, and normally in that discussion I try to implement some version of a map to show them where this takes place on the map, why or why not. And then after that journal discussion, we do good things. We call the kids randomly, kind of good things you want to share with us. This has to do with that social and emotional learning part. Let the kids talk about their life, become more of a culture of learning. So we do that, and then normally at that point, when we finish that, there's a pause with music kind of thing where they have an opportunity to discuss with themselves good things. And then we go into, okay, the meat of the class, which is the work that we've got done. And it's generally, there's some sort of a reading thing, or we're doing a mapping activity. They're sharing. I always have them use the microphone, and we go through the classroom sharing their homework. So they'll read the question. Here's the question. Here's my answer. We'll discuss why it's right or wrong. Possibly have them go to the boards to explain their answer, to show it on a map. This is what I did. This is the picture I made. That kind of thing. And that normally lasts 20, 25 minutes. The warm-up part and the good things, 15 minutes. And then another 25-ish or so minutes while we're going through some version of their work. And then a preview of what the new work is, some version of quiet reading or reading together, and then a new handout or some version of a map making, some sort of thing that they're going to do with the material that they're reading. That'll be the beginning of their homework. We normally finish the end of the hour where they're working on their homework and going back is what they call in academic terms formative assessment. And we go back and say, okay, these are the things we went through today, beginning with the journal, some of the formal middle part of the lesson, or the preview of the lesson, and then I randomly, again with cards, ask kids, okay, what was this meaning? What is this? Can you answer this? Can you this? And just trying to get a feel. Sometimes they write it out. I have them fill, and when they do that, then we go into expectations of the discipline kind of plan. And I've got a discipline plan here that's like this thing here, and it's a folder, and it basically says it's a written out thing. It's a discipline form like this, and it's here's what I've done wrong, and they write it out. Here's why I was wrong. Here's what I did wrong. Here's how I'm going to correct what I did wrong. They sign it. Their parents sign it. They give me a signature, and this gets them back into class on the next day. If it doesn't work out the first day, the first time they go to step 2, step 3. By the time they're about step 3, I have better kids make it step 3. Hardly ever send kids to the principal's office. Okay?
Great. How about maybe some of the first week? What are some of the lessons we're going to hit on the first
All right,
week?
so the first week, what we're doing here is we're starting with the first global age. This is the time period. So we're talking about it's from the standards, the world history or the world history standards. It's 5.1 through 6.3, and it's basically this world coming together in a global age. It's Columbus discovering the Americas, Columbian exchange, all the things from the Americas going to Europe and vice versa. That new products that get developed, the wealth of the Atlantic empires, because they find this thing called the Americas. They're near the exchange, they get wealthier. I try to use analogies a lot too. So I give an example, okay, if you're near the shopping centers, do you get the new stuff first or not? If you're near the expressway, do you get to travel places quicker or not? People on the Atlantic, they got to come to the Americas, and so they become super wealthy. Places like Poland and interior of Asia countries, not on the water, they don't gain in the same way.
Right.
So we're going to use the lessons, we're going to teach those, but we're trying to apply it to the kids' lives as much as possible.
Funny, not to jump into the rubric, but I had to write a little piece on standard 4, which is applying content to real world solutions, problems, things like that. So,
Right.
yeah, I was talking about the Roman Empire, comparing that to, any other empires that have fallen, or comparing it to our current. Well, you have the rubric there in front of you. And
Yeah.
you had, we went over that a little bit before we met, but it's.
So I'll have this rubric for all the different things.
Correct.
Your development, the differences.
Yep. And you'll assess me on those 10 standards.
Yeah.
And you can see the
content knowledge
scale.
part.
Yeah, content knowledge.
So we'll get you all the information that you need to teach this part and see where we go from there.
Yeah.
Excellent. So you're gonna need some of those materials, yeah?
Yeah, absolutely. Definitely the standards that you're working off of. At some point, be creating some lessons. But
Yeah. Once you get to see kind of what we're doing, we'll say, okay, here, create this. Yeah, we'll go through that.
Any questions on the rubric or how you're going to be using it?
I'm gonna take some more deep dive into it before I get into any real questions, but
sure.
I understand how that, looks pretty straightforward.
Yeah, it is.
Looks like it's laid out really well and easy. Yeah, that's
all right. Well, any other questions for me at this time?
No, we got the dust tape down. I got the rubric. I've got the information I've read, and it'll be an organic experience. We have the structure from them. Structure I'll have you with, and we'll just, when you're ready, we'll move the next step, we'll move the next step, move step.
Fantastic.
All right.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you. Good luck.
Thank you.
And